Hello. Hello, people. Hello, how are you doing today? We are live. Dr. James here, all the way from Nigeria, one of your favorite countries. I know you love Nigeria, right? All right. Welcome to day 29 of our 90-day social media challenge. How are you doing today? How have you been? And happy new month. Welcome to February. This is the first day of the second month of 2023, and we thank God for bringing us, into a new month. January was just to set the pace, was to lay the foundation, to get our vision right, our goals right, and just set the standard and the starting point from which you're going to take off for the rest of the year. Now, February, we have to consolidate the foundations we have laid in January. So, welcome to the month of February. Welcome to the 29th day of our 90-day run. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you feeling? How are things going for you? If you are watching this live, just type in live in the comments. If you are watching as a replay, just type in replay. Let me see where you dialing in from. Hello, how are you? Great. Apologies for the slightly late start, but today's training is going to be short and straightforward. Um, um, uh, and I hope you gain from, because there's something important that we're going to learn today. All right. Yesterday, Chris took us through, I think, the 26, and he shared about the art or the importance of storytelling, how to tell a story, how to tell it right, why it is important that all of us become storytellers, because storytellers rule the world. Storytellers paint the picture. Storytellers are creators, and by nature we have creativity inside every one of us. So the ability to tell a great story is key, and it's important as well. And so he was sharing, and I think the assignment also had to do with sharing your wins, but he emphasized on how it is also equally important that when we share our wins, we should also share our struggles, because there is no win without a struggle, right? And like I shared, I think the last time when I was on, the process is more important to everyone out there. It's more important than the result. Okay, so it's good to have you guys here. It's good to connect with you today. And this week we are really going to focus on converting. We're going to focus on converting. Yeah, how do we convert people that we have spoken to, from just being contacts that we have chatted with on social media to becoming prospects or team members. How do we qualify people? So today we are going to focus especially on qualifying. So this entire week we're going to be teaching on converting. We're going to talk about how you convert, people, how you qualify the people that you are engaging. You're going to talk about how to finding the gap. Finding the gap. How do you find the gap? We're going to have some training on how to use the group messenger chat and live Q&As as well. So now the important thing in converting is, how do you determine if people that you are speaking to on social media, how do you differentiate, or how do you determine if they are suspects or prospects? These are two different kinds of people that we would likely run into. And so suspects are curious. There are people that are actually curious. They want to know. They just want to know. They just want to see. They just want to hear. some more. They are curious, but prospects are people that are serious. So there's a difference. The curious people that may just be curious for information but not take any action and really have no much interest in their suspects. Now the serious people who want to know and want to see and respond to you when they engage you, they are prospects. All right. So we are going to teach you stuff, and don't try to just follow instructions, because a lot of times we have people trying to do things their own way. We teach, we train, but you still do things your own way. There is no use learning if you will not apply what is being taught. If at the end you go back to your default state of doing things your own way. So let's try to follow instructions. All right. So usually the harder you qualify a prospect, or the harder you qualify people, the easier the close. When you put in some energy and some strength and some time into qualifying people, it makes your closing easier, because it seems like the majority of the work has already been done, in the qualification process. So the question is, are you qualifying your prospects? And how do you know if they are just a suspect or a prospect? All right, how do you know? How do you qualify people to find out, is this person a suspect who is just curious, or are they a prospect who, could be a potential partner? All right, it's good to have you guys here. Let me know where you are dialing in from. Okay, I see you. Great. All right, so we move on onto qualification. One thing to note is that we see ourselves as leaders. Everyone, you are a leader right now, and everyone should aspire to actually be a leader. The truth is that leaders are seeders. We plant seeds. We help people grow. People, we don't usually do the planting because people already have seeds in them. What we just do is to nourish that seed and help them grow. How do we nourish? Leaders should nourish the vision that has been planted in people. Leaders should nourish the skills that some people have. How do you nourish it? How do you bring it out? How do you process? How do you grow? Help people to grow their skills. Help people. Someone may come to you with a vision, or it's not very clear. How do you help them to sort out that vision, to expand it, to make it clearer, to make it more relatable, to make it more achievable? How do you help people who come into you with one skill or with no skill? How do you nourish them to become, a master, or close to being a master at something that they already know to do, or something that they want to learn to do? People may come to you with little income. They're earning little income. They don't really have much income. As a seeder, a leader that you are, how do you help them to grow that income? What do you teach them? What do you show them? How do you hold their hands to be able to expand their income? That's how we should be thinking as leaders. Because what typically happens, the usual flow, is that, we meet people on social media every day. We meet people. It's good to have you here, Badmas. We meet people on social. We can connect with them. We have conversations with them. This is the process. So you meet people. You connect with them. Then you have conversations with them. Then as you progress from conversations, then you ask the question. And we're going to teach that. You ask the question to qualify. You ask the question to switch from just having conversations to now being sharp. You want to direct your conversations to a direction. You want to set it to a certain expected end. Or a destination that you prefer for the, like a new turn. So you ask a question to sort of stir the conversation, And when you ask the question, then you send a tool. So you have met, you have conversed, you've asked a question, then you send a tool. But what usually happens is that when we send a tool, usually nothing happens. Then after that, nothing. Then you start to think, maybe it's the tool. Maybe I shouldn't have sent the tool. Maybe the tool is not good. Maybe the quality of the tool is not really the best. Maybe that tool, it's the tool. You blame it on the tool. No, it's not the tool, it's the person. Probably you don't have the right person. That is the thing I want to share with you today. Professionals sought for the right person, the right people. We are looking for the quality. We qualify and we're looking for the right person to engage. Amateurs try to convince the wrong person. So you get into the field and you see people and you just meet them and you don't qualify them, you just want to convince them. So remember in the good book that it says, you cannot pour new wine into an old wine skin. You cannot pour new wine because it will tear the wine and the wine will burst and everything will be spilled and you will lose the wine and the wine skin will also go. So you need a new wine skin to receive a new wine. What is that new wine skin? It's the mindset. Is it the right person or is it the wrong person? You cannot try to force or convince the wrong person to receive new wine or to receive what you have, that I'm considering as new wine. All right. So you want to qualify to know, is this person a prospect or a suspect? Is this person the right person or the wrong person? Am I trying to convince the wrong person or am I sharing an opportunity with the right person? Remember, it even says also that you don't give pearls or important precious stones to pigs because the pigs will just mess it up. I'm not calling anyone a pig. I'm just trying to bring this into perspective, into picture. Yeah. So as a professional, we need to qualify and ensure we are dealing with the right people. So the truth is that we are in a whole world, we're in a whole field. There are so many people. We are in a big place, and in the place there is chaos. There are all kinds of people. What we want to do is, how do we identify the right people, bring them out of that crowd, and bring them into an organized space, into a community, where we could now share with the few right people what we have. All right? You don't just take what you have and split it and throw it, all over there where there's chaos and there's no organization. All right? So the right questions, yes, thank you. The right question will help you qualify to know the right person. All right? And then you now move on from there. So let's not get stuck at thinking, oh, they didn't respond to me because it's the tool. The tool is bad. No. Don't be a fool. Use the tool. Don't be a fool. Use the tool. Always use the tool. The reason why, when you use tools, you make what you are doing duplicable and easy. People will learn from what you were doing, and it's something that can be duplicable because it's just a tool. All right. So let's be professionals. Now here's an example of a qualifying question. Let's say you are engaging somebody, yeah, and you're speaking to them, and then you want to now diversify. You want to convert, all right? So you first want to qualify before you convert. You can ask something like this: hey, if I send you the link, so after you've spoken to them, you want to ensure that they are going to see something. So after you spoke to them and you've already shared, okay, that you're going to share something with them. If I send you the link today, would you watch it tonight so that I can introduce you to a few friends of mine tomorrow who will also share their experiences? Does that sound fair? And then if they say, okay, they would watch it, they cannot watch it tonight, but they would rather be able to watch it tomorrow, then let them know that you will send the tool tomorrow. Don't send it today and wait for them to remember by themselves and watch it tomorrow. That's a mistake that a lot of us have made. That's a mistake I have made in the past. When you've qualified, you've gotten a date, you've gotten a schedule, and they said, oh, they won't have time today, maybe tomorrow. Wait, tell them that, okay, that's fine. I will send it to you tomorrow. And then after you see it, I will now connect you with some friends or some team members the next day. Is that okay? So you have to get their agreement, all right? If they ghost you, if they don't respond or they don't want to accept, then you know that the person, that's not the person for the process. It's not the process, it is the person. They were just curious. They were not really serious, after responding to you. So this is what the full process is like. Sorry, I just have a special guest in the corner who has been leaning on me and wants to just joined into this chat. All right, say hello. Say hello. Hello. All right, that's my boy, Gideon. Okay, so here is the full process. How do you qualify? How do you engage and qualify? What do you say to someone to convert, start converting them, and qualifying them? Let's say you've been conversing with John, in on Instagram or on Facebook. People have been talking. Then one day you come and you like, hey John, just curious. Would you be open to taking a look at a game-changing weight loss product I have been using that has really helped me? No worries if you are not. Just thought to ask. You just dropped it in there, chipped it in there, and also added the clause of no worries if you are not interested. So that there's no pressure on you and there is no pressure on him. All right, then he says, okay, yes, sure. Send it to me. I don't mind. You'll be like, oh, John, that's really amazing because the information is solid gold. It will take you like 3 minutes or 4 minutes to review. Now, if I send it to you now, would you be able to watch it tonight so that I can introduce you to some friends of mine tomorrow who will also share their experiences? Does that sound fair? You've asked. It is very, very important to ask this when you're meeting with people on social media. All right? So remember, you've asked. Would they be open to taking a look at the game-changing stuff? They say yes. Then you re-emphasize that, okay, that this is really cool stuff. It's going to take so and so minutes. Now, if I send it to you now, would you watch it tonight so that I can introduce you to some friends tomorrow, who will also share? Is that fair? If they say yes, you send it. If they say, oh no, they go to watch it tomorrow, you hold on. Tomorrow, you let them know, okay, that's fine. I will send it to you tomorrow so that I will now introduce you to some friends the following day. Is that clear? Do you guys understand? Are you following? If you are following, just type in an F. If you are going to qualify your prospects, if you are going to qualify your prospects, type in a Q. Type in a Q for qualify. Because it's time we qualify people and not just, look for quantity, but actually look for quality. All right? So that brings us to the end. The assignment for today is easy. It's a very easy assignment. The question is now, use the qualifying process this week to qualify people before you send the tool. Never send the tool without qualification. Qualify. Get them to commit to the process. Get them to commit, to what you are going to send. Get a date, get a yes, I will, okay, and qualify them first so you know that they are going to watch it and they are going to see it before you actually send the tool. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Good to have you here, Edafe as well. Okay. All right. Good to have you guys here. Brings us to the end of today. We are also going to be sharing more tomorrow. This week is about converting. How do you convert people? So we just talked about the qualification. We're going to talk about finding the gap and many other things. So stay tuned and stay connected. Always practice what you learn. Okay? Are you going to qualify your prospects too? He's going to qualify them. All right, guys. Have a good day and thank you for watching. See you sometime soon. Bye bye for now.